NotebookLM from Google is one of the most powerful tools I've seen for repurposing and for reaching audiences, building your business. I'm going to show you in this video a special little trick that not everybody knows about, but you're going to know what you can do. And it's a very simple thing to be able to really expand your use of using NotebookLM in a way that you're going to get a lot more rich material from it. Hi, I'm Terry Brock, and we work with people showing how to do that. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Matter of fact, let's get right into it right now. So there I was, hardly bothering anybody when I was wondering, hey, what if I were to take the audio and the video and the text and put all of that in there in NotebookLM? Because, you know, it will take up to 30 different sources. Well, I got to thinking about that, and I thought specifically maybe just the video, because, of course, it's got the audio too, but then also the text. But now, would we need to do that? And I thought, could we do that? And then I was thinking it might work a good way and not be too much. Well, good way to do these things today is go to your favorite friends, your LLMs. I love working with Gemini. I love ChatGPT, Perplexity. I love Grok. Get a lot of good information from there. And a couple others. Claude, using that as well now. Really good. They're all good. They each excel in different areas in different ways. I went over to Gemini since I'm dealing with NotebookLM. When I got a question about how to use NotebookLM or Gemini, they're both right there in the Google family. So I went over there and looked at it, and I thought, okay, what if I do that? Put the MP4 and the text file in there. And it gave me some information that I want to share with you right now. So here I am in Gemini. I wanted to go there and get the information. I asked a question. I said, I'm planning to use a recent video in NotebookLM to get a lot of repurposed content. I love the idea of getting the extra audio and voices, et cetera, et cetera. And I wanted to know about putting in the MP4 audio, video as well as the text. And look what it gave me coming back. This is directly from Gemini, Google working with NotebookLM. To get that edge and break the 200 view barrier. That was something I was saying for a client. I want to do that right now and get up over that 200. You are hitting on the exact strategy the top 1% of creative conductors are using in 2026. Hey, that's a pretty good thing there. Multimodal redundancy. That's a term you want to remember. Uploading both the MP4 and the transcript isn't just extra work. It's the secret. That's important to high fidelity AI reasoning. In the 2026 version of NotebookLM, the underlying Gemini 3 engine doesn't just read anymore. Get this, this is important. It observes. Here is why uploading both gives you a massive advantage and what the current research and our user community shows. It's a good thing to do. So there it is. There's your answer. You definitely want to do it. I'm going to go back and show you the details of it. But remember that it's doing more than just reading the text. What it's doing is it's feeling the emotions. It's looking what's there. And if you go, whoa, that's really something, it catches that. It does that, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. It's sensing those moods, because it's one thing in the course of communication with people. If, let's say, I know a hypothetical Bob. Bob and I are good buddies, and as guys, we joke with each other all the time. Let's suppose Bob wore an outfit that was a little bit different. I could look at Bob and go, yeah, Bob, that outfit looks really good. Well, anyone that knows us knows that Bob and I are good friends, and I'm just making fun of him or saying something like that. But I said, that outfit looks really good. Those are the exact words that I would use in that hypothetical. But you know that it has a completely different meaning, 180 degrees out from saying Bob looked good that day. Well, here's the advantage. This is human life in real communication. We use emotion, we use our inflections. Those are important in communicating as much, or maybe more, than the actual words that are used. And so it is sensing that. NotebookLM does that, and it gives you a chance to have an extra advantage. Okay, reading on here, it says the visual context advantage with an MP4. When you upload the MP4, NotebookLM uses its multimodal vision capabilities to see your body language, the slides you're presenting, and the pacing of your delivery. That's important. All of that, all that you put in there. If you're a high energy speaker, the audio overviews and cinematic video overviews will mirror that hype, because the AI has indexed the energy of the video, not just the word. That is golden. Users who only upload text often find the AI output feels dry or robotic, because the AI is guessing the tone. The MP4 provides the soul of the content. So this is critical. You want to get more juice out of your videos, and you are a person who uses emotion, which is a good thing. You know, we don't like the videos that are, hello, I am Terry, and I am talking to you right now this way. But we're out of there because you're competing against the entire frickin' internet and everybody on YouTube. 500 bazillion of them, I think. I think it's the exact number. Bazillion people out there. You got to do something to stand out with both quality and with the way that you deliver it. That's critical. We talk about that in our Stark Raving Entrepreneur, showing people how to look good on camera and how to come across real well then in your marketing. So this is something you want to pay attention to. Make sure that you're using it that way. And so what I did is I tried it. And you know what? It really does work. I uploaded the TXT file of a recent video and I uploaded the MP4, both of them. Real good. By the way, there's another benefit to that too. Sometimes when you're uploading a video or you have just the text could be misspelled. That could be a problem. And so if you're mispronouncing it, then people go, this is not real. We know something's wrong here. Well, what you want to do is you want to make sure you have that extra overriding you that's going to help you to produce even better quality. Putting that in there, it checks for that. It can go to the transcript. And if you correct the transcript, if you knew that there was a particular name or a brand that you wanted to mention, and it's often mispronounced, good idea to go in there, make sure it's spelled correctly, maybe even put in parentheses how it is pronounced. That's a good thing. I remember in radio days when I was back in radio, I did a lot of radio. Undergrad degree was radio, TV, and newspaper. And when I did that, we'd sometimes go in there and we'd actually correct it right on the spot so we can make sure it is, and then put a phonetic sound in there. So that way we could put it and we knew that is the way you pronounce someone's name, say, for instance, in an interview. This is an extra edge. Doesn't take much at all extra on your part. No extra charge, of course. But you want to upload the MP4, and I shouldn't say upload. What you do is you reference it. You're allowed a maximum of 200 megabytes on a file that you'll upload in NotebookLM. And you'll find out very quickly. I uploaded one that was like 1.7 gigabytes, which is not unusual. And it came back with, can't do that, Well, it actually didn't go, but it was kind of like that in my mind. But it will come back. So here's what you do. You put the URL in there on the resource side. That you do that, and it will work much better for you. Let me show you what can happen when you do this right. Well, I'm over here in NotebookLM right now, and you'll notice there's the three panels that you have. One over here on the far left is sources. Over here in the middle is chat. And on the right is studio. If you've been around NotebookLM a little bit, you'll know what these are about. So I'm going to give just a real quick brief overview of that in case somebody is just getting started. But this video is directed more toward those that have a good working knowledge of NotebookLM and want to go even deeper and go into some of the advanced levels. Notice what I did over here. I took my NotebookLM for content creators and creative conductors. That was the name of the video there. And another part of the video that I had, or another one here, unlock hidden gold in the context. I used different names for the production as I was going through it. The first one you can see is text. And the second one here, it referenced this with the video. I did not do that. I went in and I asked to upload it not to upload it, but to reference it. So it did there. So for instance, I come up here where it says add sources. I'd click on that. And down here on the bottom, you'll see where it has websites. I click on that and I would be able to punch in the URL. I tried uploading it. And like I said, it gave me that error. And here in the middle, of course, you got the chat. So this you can put in there to give explanations, put prompts in there. You can put in, hey, I'd like to make this a little bit more fun or make this a little bit more serious for a particular presentation. All of those things can be handled. And then the goodies and the output is over here on the studio. So you can look at what it gave you. Look at the 9 capabilities. You have audio overview, just audio alone, as you would think, a slide deck for your PowerPoint or Keynote slides, video overview. This is, oh my goodness. I'm going to show it to you in just a moment here. A mind map. I'm thinking this is what Tony Buzan would like. Tony Buzan, the father of mind mapping, who did a great number of work. We're still appreciative of him today. Tony, you know, we really appreciate you. And reports that it can give you, showing you what's going on. This is good for the first draft that you might use for a LinkedIn post, for a blog post, for your own newsletter that you might send out, all kinds of things there. But I would say first draft. Make sure that it's you doing the work on it. You have your flashcards here, great for review and for learning and study. Over here, you have the ability to create a quiz. That's kind of nice if you want to learn something for yourself or for others, an infographic, and then data table. All that's there. Really nice. So what I want to do is first start with, you see the audio overview up here. real handy with what it gives you. Down here, I've got one created, and I want you to take a listen to this, and you'll be able to see and you'll be able to hear what it sounds like.
This is the brief on Terry Brock's interview with Dr. Wayne Dyer. So, content creator Terry Brock recently analyzed this old audio cassette interview he actually did with the late self-help expert Dr. Wayne Dyer, uncovering a really fascinating timeless exchange about how we grow as people and, outsmart our own egos. First, Dyer maps out our evolution through 4 stages, starting with the athlete and ending with the spirit.
Okay, I'll cut this off right there. Okay, I'll cut that off right there, but you can notice it was very good, a clear voice coming through. I used the ability there to make it brief. Look at this. See, when you come in here, it gives you the choice or format: deep dive, brief, critique, or debate. This way you can figure out what you want to do. Is it something you really need to learn well? A lot of details in there. Well, the critique will help on that. The deep dive also helps on that, so you can go real deep. Sometimes, though, you want it brief, which is what I wanted here. So I clicked on that, give me a short summary. And your length here, you can say, okay, I'm going to go with the default, make it nice, or you can make it short or long, depending on that, and then give any extra information right there. Great technology, and the people that designed this, I think, did a great job. Let's slide over here to the slide deck. You'll see that's the next one. Now, if I click here, it'll start generating a new one, or I can come down here and take a look at what it did. I'm clicking on that, and look at this. Let me make this a large screen here for you so you can take a look at it. Look at this. Great for a PowerPoint or Keynote on the Mac, a presentation that you can use, and it shows you what's going on there, how you can use it. It shows you this. It just went in there, grabbed the interview that I had and all these kind of features that I did and put in there the way that it should go. Beautiful, professional quality, and I think there's a lot of capability. It did that, and all I had to do was just click on it, ask it to put it together for me, and it made it happen very nicely. And here's how it did it. Notice this is in the customized slide deck. You got a detailed deck you can put in there, choosing your language. That's very handy. And the presenter slides, you can do it that way, which makes it a little bit less cumbersome when you need to do it very quickly. And then any specific instructions you want to put in there using your colors, maybe putting in some extra pictures, whatever, things like that, you can do it right here. And this next one is really nice. Here in the upper right corner, you'll see it shows you video overview. What we're going to do is we're going to pull that up and let you see the kind of things that this can do for you. See, as I'm looking for it here we go, the notebook overview right here, and I'm going to click on play and notice what it does. There it is. It shows me that. I'm going to go in here and click on this play button down here on the bottom.
Google's NotebookLM is a free multimodal AI research assistant designed to turn raw data into deployable assets. The ingestion pipeline handles varied inputs simultaneously.
Watch this.
You can feed the system directly using YouTube links, MP3 audio files, and PDFs. It synthesizes those inputs into formatted outputs, generating audio podcasts, presentation slide decks, and interactive study guides.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. This is nice. Not just some slides with a voice behind it, but the actual animation and movement. This is really
allowing you to manage links into an objectively mapped.
There we go. She's interrupting me on this, but we'll put that in there. This is kind of fun. We can do it. And you'll see it gives you a lot of different
lingual audio podcasts and customized.
A lot of different movement, which is really good with an audio, with a video. This can be used to make sure that it supplements what you're doing. And you see, that's one of the best parts of it. You're able to take this and you can use it in conjunction with the video that you create, the audio that you create, the text that you create. All of this can be repurposed. You can, as I like to say, repurpose the daylights out of this thing so that you're going to get more juice out of it all the time. Those of us who watch and enjoy Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, he talks about the importance of repurposing and doing a lot of content that you create and then repurpose it out there. And I think that's a great one. By the way, Gary, we appreciate you if you ever catch this video. Thank you for what you're doing. But this gives you the ability, my fellow content creator or creative conductor, the ability to really be that conductor. This is the key. Today, we've got AI churning out all kinds of information faster than any human can do it. Pretty good quality in many cases. Yeah, really good. And it's faster and it's cheaper. How are we going to compete with that as human beings? Well, as we've been saying at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs and on our group that we work with, we say what you want to do is you want to be that creative conductor so that you go in there and you put in your views, your ideas, the feelings that you have, not just what we see it give you. You do not want to just copy and paste and then think you're all done. No, 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 no. What you want to do is you want to copy, paste, and then customize. Customize heavily. That's what a creative conductor does. Think of a conductor of an orchestra. The conductor goes in and works with the people. The conductor might not be the best violin player and the best piccolo player and the best on percussion and the best on, no, usually not. But that conductor knows the real strengths and when to bring in the brass instruments, when to bring in the wind instruments, when to bring in the other instruments, and when to not do that. When should it be more quiet and soft? And then when should it be more upbeat and a little bit louder? This is what you want to do. Know what the message is. Know the content in your area of expertise. And then from there, know the tools, what they can do. Hey, sometimes we want to use ChatGPT for this. Like, that's a good one. We'll use that. Other times we might want to use Claude. Claude's got a little bit more of an advantage in this particular area. Perplexity, holy Toledo, really does a good job with research and some others. So you want to know a little bit. You don't have to know all of them. Matter of fact, we can't. Some of us have tried to do that. Not naming any names here, but yeah. Not that I would ever do that. Yeah, well, we can't do it. And so what you want to do is at least know what it can do. No, okay, if I need to do some things with voice, I'll give you a good example. I know a little bit about 11 Labs. I love the product. I'm a regular subscriber to it, and I'll use it every so often, but I don't know that much about it, but it is very good. And I know if you need some voice work, that's a good tool to consider. HeyGen is another good tool for doing animation, for getting a likeness of yourself. We're working with clients on that. We help them do that and making money in other countries by using a different language. It's amazing. I don't know all the details of it, but we know enough to get in there and work with it. You want to be that creative conductor, and working with NotebookLM, it gives you the ability to do that as well in a big way. And we're back now in the studio here, in the studio, again, on the right side here with NotebookLM. I'm going to click on graphic, and you can see what we can do with this. I'm going to click over here on the right, and you'll see it gives you the ability to choose your language, select the orientation. By the way, often a real good orientation on that is portrait and a square. I tend to like the square more, but portrait's very good for the people who are reading it from their phones, which is only, I think, about 86%, according to the studies, who know a lot more about this than I do. They are putting this together, and you want to use square or portrait many times. You can use landscape. That's probably good if you wanted to use it in a real live presentation with other people. Say I'm a professional speaker like I am and have been now for about 42, 43 years, and be able to show these things. That kind of orientation would be good then. Often though, for reading it on email or seeing it in a blog site or your website on a blog, you could do it that way. And you put in the details that you want right here. Real handy on that, and it does some very nice things for you. And over here, you can see that it created a nice infographic for me. This one would be more intense. I would probably put this one in a book, because if you put this into a slide, you're probably not able to read all the details of what's going on there. I mean, there's some nice things there. I'm going to go zoom in on it here, see how I can do that a little bit. It gives me a little bit of information, a little bit of capability there that I can see it if I zoom in here. But if you're going to use this in a presentation, or if you're going to put this on a phone, people would not be able to read all of that. So you just behave accordingly and design it accordingly. And here's another one that you can look at as well. Over here on the bottom right, it's called the data table. This is one they've added recently. It gives you the ability to put in the data. You can describe it here, put it in that way, and it will generate that based on what's on there. You'll want to be a little bit more specific on what you want it to do and how to do that. So I'm going to come down here in the bottom. You'll see that it's got notebook features and content creation. It created this graph. This is very nice. Many people like to see it that way. So it shows you the feature name, a description, supported input formats, key output benefit. It found all of this out based on what I had in my unique video. Just like yours is going to be different, and it gives you a nice format here. Now, this is appropriate in some situations. You'll be able to decide where it's available and when it's there. So there's a lot of involved and a lot of capabilities you have with NotebookLM. I recommend that you get in there at an advanced level after you've worked with it and see what is available. I'm finding people are loving this. We just did a program recently with my buddy Jim Feldman, who was talking about NotebookLM at our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. Hi, Jim, if you're watching this, hope you're enjoying it. But we showed how to do it. Jim showed some amazing things that can be done with this. And NotebookLM gives you the capability to get a lot done. I want you to get in there and splash around in it. The way we learn things these days is you get in there, you try it, you make mistakes, you try that, you make another mistake, and that didn't work. You make a mistake, you get kind of upset. One thing you can do, pick up your phone and ask your favorite LLM, the large language model. Ask ChatGPT, ask Gemini, ask Grok. How do you do this? And many of them now have added the ability so that you can click your camera and it will see the screen. So you can say, look at the screen here. I'm on this. What do I do here? I need it to do this, this, and this. And then it can come back and say, oh, you need to look over here on the right. You see that red button up there? Yeah. Okay. Well, click on that one and then click over here. That is a godsend for us who are working with technology over and over, and we have questions. And when you know what I'm talking about, come on, content creator here to content creator. And it's how frustrating it is when you're trying to get something done, you just can't do it. And I found that using several colorful military metaphors don't always solve the problem. I know, they don't. Anyway, what you want to do is be able to get the assistance you need from the phone and from your LLM. This is opening up a world of opportunities. And how can this help you in business? Hey, that's the most important thing. Stark raving entrepreneurs, we talk about making money and how to do that. We want to help others be able to do it. And one of the things you can do is when you're able to reach people in a variety of ways, that's good. Some people learn best by visual. When they see something, they feel better at it. They can use that. Others want to hear it. They're more audio oriented. Gina, my partner, is like that. She likes to listen to a lot of audio. I like listening to it as well, but I tend to prefer the visual first. You can do both this way. You put it together. And many people prefer the kinesthetic. They feel it. They want to get in there and wrap their arms around. They want to get a feel for the thing. This is how we operate now. I'm no psychologist, but psychologists and neurologists and others who are way, way smarter than me in this area say you want to be able to appeal to the right mode, the right flavor of learning that people have. Now you can do this with NotebookLM as never before. It is wonderful. I encourage you to get in there, take a look at it, and come over and see us at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. That's starkravingentrepreneurs.com, or over on our YouTube channel. You can check it out there. We also have a lot of other capabilities there where we help people learn how to use the tools and then use it to make money. Use it to build your business. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, whatever platform you're getting this on. I would love to hear from you. I'm Terry Brock with Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. Looking forward to hearing from you.